right, well, we're just letting our spoiled agents come in. We have quite a few advisors in already. We are live on all of our platforms. We're live on Facebook, we're live on Zoom, we're live on YouTube, and we're live on LinkedIn.
I don't know how you do it. That's a lot of buttons to push all at once. Getting live
Well,
on Zoom is hard enough for me. So thank God you're here to kind of
and
man
you're
that
savvy, and
station.
I know you're tech savvy, so. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, so we have Sherry's at the campground in Saskatchewan. You're hardcore. Love it. You're watching us.
We
Hi,
started at a
Sue.
campground. Look at that.
Sue from Burnaby, BC. Hello. Of course, we've got all of our spoiled agents on from across the country for our friend Tyler from Club Med. And as much as Tyler's here today, also Natasha's also part of Club Med. And I know Tyler's going to talk about the territories and things, but as Tyler speaks, I'll be popping in the information and how you can find them on our spoiled agent site, of course. And anything that's exciting, it's all there for you. The agent new portal's there. I'll be plugging that in. And we're going to be recording this session for you. So if you have to pop off to go sell Club Med, don't worry about it. We're going to add it on to Tyler and Natasha's page a little bit later. Spoiledagent.com, go down to hotels and click on Club Med. I just want to say, Tyler and I were wearing our Club Med
Yeah.
shirts today. I
Where is it?
love it.
The mirror thing. I hate this. Where it's there. There it is.
But I love Club Med, and I can tell you personally, you know why. It has so much to offer. And my husband and I and our friends, we love activities and things to do. And really, Club Med delivers that for everyone, whether it's couples or families, everything. So, super excited to hear what's going on and, of course, about flash sales. So, anything else, Mr. Teller, before we get started that you wanted to mention?
Well, I know this time we didn't really talk about a prize. Normally, when we do these things, we have a prize. I just wanted to see how many people naturally wanted to come hang out with us for an hour. So it's Travel Agent Month. Obviously, we're going to do a prize. So if you stick around till the end of the presentation, we will do what we always do. We'll do 84,000 points, which is enough points for a week for two at any of our regular Club Med resorts. Some asterisks is there, but for the most part, it is a free week at Club Med on us just for sticking around and watching this presentation.
Wow. So wow, like how generous and thank you guys. You guys are also part of our Travel Advisor Month as well. So this is separate from that, guys. Please, there's so much going on with Club Med and Spoiled Agent. Wow. Okay. So we've got you covered on Zoom. Everyone is registered with your email. You have to stay on to the question period, but you don't necessarily have to ask a question. If you have any questions for Tyler, add them only to the Q&A. We're going to keep the chat for the chitter chatter. Over here, I've got my Facebook. As you know, Tyler, I got a few screens up too, like you.
Yeah.
Please add your email, Facebook friends only in the comments. I see Brett's done it, Julia, Teresa, Nicole, just to name a few. So please, if you're just joining us now on Facebook, I see some new eyes. Please add your email in the comments. Again, Zoom, we've got you covered. And well, I look forward to this. This is great. I love learning, and I know you got a lot to chat about. So again, spoiled agents, I'll see you at the end there, Mr. Tyler, at the Q&A box.
Awesome. Okay, everybody. So, as mentioned, I am Tyler, Tyler Mattioli from Club Med. I have been with Club Med for just about 3 years now, and I have been to a lot of properties, slowly making my way around the globe. Not even slowly, very quickly making my way around the globe with Club Med. Um, I we've recently done a territory change, so if you haven't been on one of our webinars lately, um, me and Natasha have split English Canada a little bit differently than it originally was. So now for me, I'm covering Southwest, Northwest, Golden Horseshoe, all of that stuff. I'm basically running right up into the end of Etobicoke, all the way down to Collingwood, all of that stuff. And then Natasha has everything from Toronto East, other than the Ottawa area. That is our friend Andre from Quebec. He's covering that. But yes, Natasha is covering all of Toronto, downtown, all the way out east, Kingston, Belleville, all that area, Thunder Bay, so on and so forth. And then, of course, we have Jacinda Lowry, who's our VP of Sales. She is located in Oakville, and honestly, she's one of the best fill-ins you can ask for because whenever me and Natasha's travel schedule gets a little hectic, Jacinda always jumps in for us to make sure that she's covering our shows. And she's loving being in Ontario. She's loving connecting with all the agents. And it just makes sense with all the growth that's happening in English Canada that our VP of Sales is located here as well. We do have a ton to cover today. So I've actually removed a lot of the videos. Normally we love to be video heavy, but today I've removed a lot just in the spirit of getting through this. We are going to be talking about Quebec Charlevoix, our new summer events that we're launching. So there's a bunch of content on that. And then we'll be covering basically what this slide says, new and nan. What's happening in North America for us now? So a lot of renovations that have been happening, a lot of really interesting projects. We'll cover all of that as we go through. And then, as Susan mentioned, throw your questions in the Q&A box and we will get through those on the end of this. But let's get started. Where are we here? So obviously, as I mentioned, it is Travel Advisor Month. Happy Travel Advisor Month to all of you guys. We do want to make sure that you are fully aware of the Earn Double Grade Advisor loyalty points. And then, of course, our new incentives that we've just added. So if you're on our email list, you would have seen this. Our partners at Air Canada are partnering with us. So you can win a bunch of points, enough to get away for a week with a friend, and your Air Canada tickets will be included in that. So it's a great opportunity. It is limited to the Caribbean and Europe, but direct Air Canada flights or indirect if you're traveling somewhere that they're not flying directly from your gateway to the Caribbean or to Europe. And then on top of that, our flash sale just started. So up to 45% off. This is kicking off today. Today's the 20th. It is kicking off today, going right into the 27th. So up to $300 off per person per week, instant savings. Kids under 4 stay free and no single supplement. Make sure you check out our Facebook page or our Club Med travel agent portal to see all the extra little details that are part of that. But this is what's happening right now. Just great stuff for you guys for Travel Agent Month to let you guys earn a little bit faster. So the Club Med experience. It all started with a pioneering vision. We talk about this every time because this is a huge core thing for us. The purpose of life is to be happy. The place to be happy is here. The time to be happy is now. That was said by Gerard Blitz nearly 76 years ago, one of our founding members, when we opened up on the beach in Spain with some tents and picnic tables. We've come quite a long way, and you guys will see exactly what that looks like with this presentation, but some really, really cool stuff. And then, of course, we have our Club Med Premium Resort Collection. This is our exclusive collection product. We have our spaces, our places, our boats, our villas. So full resorts like Beaches Playa Esmeralda in Dominican Republic, which we will go over today. Our spaces like what we have at Club Med Quebec Charlevoix on the top 2 floors. Our villas and chalets that we have in Seychelles and Mauritius, the Maldives, and then at several of our ski resorts. And then, of course, Club Med 2, our 5-masted sailing yacht that is traveling around the Med for Med season and Caribbean for Caribbean season. Exclusive collection is there. It's just an elevated version of what our brand already is. So we already have that 4 Trident minimum, which we're saying is somewhere between a 4 and 4.5 star property. That is kind of our minimum. That's what we're dedicated to giving your clients. And then exclusive collection is our 5-star plus. So a little bit extra, somewhere where you might have got a chicken skewer might be a steak skewer. The room is going to be a little bit bigger. Things like Bluetooth speakers in the room, like you'll find in Meaches, or included room service, all of that stuff, upgraded bars, champagne service, lots of cool things that come with exclusive collection. Our target audience, I think this has changed for a lot of people over the years. Some people still think of us as that adult-centric 3 to 3.5 star type of property that we were back in the 80s and 90s. Got a little wild back then, but we've changed quite a bit. And now our target audience has really shifted ever since the early 2000s. Families with kids is definitely our core, generational families, grandparents traveling with their kids, traveling with their kids. Couples, we have adult spaces in a lot of our resorts, whether it's Punta Cana or Meaches or wherever. You're going to be able to find that Zen space. Couples traveling with toddlers because of our Baby and Petite Club. Some really great opportunities there, as well as our great family programming that you see throughout the resort. And then groups of friends and company retreats. So that is our target audience currently. That is kind of our core, what we're working with. And then our experience pillars, why we think you guys should come or sell Club Med. Complete relaxation. You see the L'Esprit Libre tagline that we kind of have everywhere. When the only reason you get up is to grab another drink and sit back down. That's kind of the relaxation that we're putting out into the world. We're also the world's biggest sports school. So if you do want to relax, we absolutely have that for you. But then over and above that, we have all these amazing sports where it's not your regular going to a pickleball court, here's a paddle, here's a ball, good luck. We want to be involved. We want to teach you the sport while you're there. We want you competing in the sport while you're there. We will link you with people that are at the same level as you so you can learn, compete, grow. And then our sports leaders, our chiefs that we have around these different villages, they're all well ingrained in these sports. They know exactly how it works. So whether it's yoga, it's circus, it's pickleball, it's paddle, we have a little bit of everything for you. On the discovery side, that is your excursions getting you off property. And then it's not always a paid excursion if you're going to some of our properties. Yeah, I think of Cefalù in Italy. You're going to that property every night. They have night walks. So you leave the property, go wander around the city, guided by one of our GOs, local on property, who will show you all around. Those are included, and then we obviously have our optional paid excursions as well. And depending on where you are, they're always going to be local, cultural, active, really, really cool experiences that you can have. The reason I go, gastronomy, obviously, food, beverage. These are really important things to Club Med. We don't do 6 or 7 restaurants. It's not the way we work. We'd rather have 3 really great options for you than 6 okay options for you. We are more about quality over quantity. So when you're walking into a marché or buffet, as some people call them, it's going to be a more elevated experience than what you would experience at some of our competitors where, they're slopping this on your plate, they're slopping that on your plate. Most of our marchés, you're going to walk in and it's going to be a full individual plate at every station. You can have that prepared for you fresh right in front of you, or you can take a portion of what they're doing there and kind of move along. But it's basically set up like a food court that's fully included. Really, really great food, really great drinks all throughout all of our properties. And then, of course, it's a children's paradise. If you've seen any of my travel agent month posts, I added a little clip of my daughter, her first time at Cancun, running through the playground in the middle of the night, the first day we got there, just screaming, I love this place. We have great family programming. We have a really great kids club. And these sports and schools and things that are there, they're there for them as well. So if your kids want to take part in trapeze and learn how to do the catch, that is an option for them. They can do that. If they want to learn pickleball, if they want to learn archery, they have all these different uh, features that are built in for your kids to keep them off their devices, to keep them engaged, to keep them having a great experience and really, taking in the culture and the place that they're in rather than the device in their hand. So really great for children as well. This year for Quebec Charlevoix, we've run our Elevation Fest the last couple of years. It's been a massive success. We've had a whole bunch of really great reviews written about us. We've won a bunch of awards for it. So this year we thought, let's get rid of the name Elevation Fest. We don't need that anymore. We're just calling it Summer at Quebec Charlevoix. And we have a whole bunch of great activities built in, some things coming back that we've done before, and then some things completely new. But we're really diving into the wellness, the food, the atmosphere, all of that. We'll talk a little bit about that as we go through here. But first, in order to figure out if it's going to be comfortable enough for your guests, these are what the accommodations look like. So Quebec Charlevoix, built in 2022, for anybody that isn't fully aware, the only fully all-inclusive in Canada until Tremblant opens. This is a great property, very modern, very nice, very new. So you can see our superior rooms, and all of these rooms come in a family or regular. So a superior room, really well decorated, generally our mountain view rooms here. Great for couples, great for families if you're doing the superior family. The deluxe, you're going to get a little bit bigger. You're going to get a couple more snacks in the room. The kids are going to get a little bit more space for their bathroom. And then you're going to get a lot of the river views in these deluxe categories. And then we have our exclusive collection space, which honestly looks like a completely different resort. So the top 2 floors, 6 and 7 at Charlevoix, uh, completely designed by an indigenous designer, really rich tones from the area. It's one of the only resorts you're going to go to where you're going to have black walls and camel leather couches and buffalo plaid. Really, really large space. You also get access to the exclusive collection lounge when you're here, as well as the 2 hot tubs on the balcony on the 6th floor, which is a really cool thing. But really nice rooms, really great spaces. On top of that, we've got 2 restaurants, 3 bars, and a wine cellar. So Le Marché, our main restaurant, Le Chalet, which is our gourmet lounge. We also have the Meteor Bar, the Chalet Gourmet Lounge Bar, the Saint Laurent, which is our exclusive collection space, and then La Cava, which is our wine cellar. So if you want to get upgraded wine, champagnes, all of that, you'll find that there. Again, just to give you an idea of what this property looks like, normally I would show you a video here, but I think these pictures go really, really well with this presentation. So your guests really don't have to be worried, what is an all-inclusive like in North America? What if it's not perfectly warm out? This is what this resort looks like. So a massive Olympic-sized swimming pool. What you can't see here is the kids section on the back where we've got a little splash pad for toddlers. We have a hammam here. We have the hot tub directly outside, which you can see right here. Who wouldn't want that view from the hot tub while they're just hanging out in Quebec in the summer? Really, really great location here. Again, our sauna. This is right from the Meteor Bar room. So this is in our main section. Great views all over this place, floor to ceiling windows everywhere, which is beautiful. So reasons to go to Quebec Charlevoix in the summer. A signature season alpine to river playground. 100%. It is a four-season alpine playground. Yes, it's great for ski. Yes, it's great in the winter. But I bring my family here every summer. We generally go for Labor Day weekend, and we absolutely love it here. There is so much going on. You still get your lift ticket, so you can still get on the gondola, go up the trails. We have built-in hikes, all of that stuff that's all included, just like we would with our ski passes in the winter. We have an elevated all-inclusive summer discovery. So we're going to go over that program a little bit more. Immersive outdoor adventure and soft exploration. So those hikes, foraging treks, all that stuff, and all for different levels too. So you don't have to necessarily be the highest level hiker of all time. You can do it if you're a beginner. You can do it if you're intermediate. We have our expert-led expertise, experiences in curated local culture. So, different yoga classes, different wellness things that we're doing all around there so you can get that Charlevoix spirit. And of course, a social, multi-generational summer community. This is why my kids love it. Like we are here in the summer. My kids love the circus school at all the other outdoor resorts, more outdoor focused resorts. But they love taking part in the circus school when they're here, which we do in the Meteor Bar. Our circus geos come and have all these crazy things hanging from the ceiling that the kids go on and actually explore it, try and use it. It's more funny when the adults do it, honestly, once they've had a couple drinks. They normally fail. The kids are weirdly all pretty good at it because they're so flexible and young. But it's just a really cool thing that we have here. And again, it's similar-minded people looking for wellness, looking for sports, looking for new friends. It's really great. Even the 45 thing. Like I'm wearing my 45 shirt. There's always a 45 night at Club Med. We see Susan wearing hers as well. Um, my 45 today is Seychelles. And if I'm wearing this around that property, at least 10 people are going to come up to me on 45 night and go, "Oh, you were at Seychelles. How was it?" And you'll also see Connie from the Maldives, and you'll also see Phuket and all different 45s all around because everybody wears them because it's a, nice community. And you get that community feel again off the devices and connecting with people. So our summer guest experience pillars. So what are we doing this year? We have our adventure and discovery, creativity and imagination, wellness and renewal, and connection and play. We're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive into what that looks like. So first is our adventure and discovery. So we actually have Anne Champagne, who's a trail runner. She will be running all of these cool programs for our guests while they're there, for people that are really into that high advanced level of energy, running, jogging up a mountain. I'm sure you guys can tell that is not my thing, but that is a lot of people's thing. And again, they will be tapering this. There will be a beginner, mid, and very experienced level of doing this, but really cool thing that we're doing there. Creativity and imagination. So, of course, we have some specialists here. We have painters, we have an aquarelle artist. So, all different experiences they can do. And again, you can take part, learn how the artists are actually doing it, and they're from the region, which is great. So, you're getting a little bit of the culture, and again, it's just something that you can do that is different than sitting on the couch having a drink, pulling out your phone. So, really cool on the creativity and imagination. We also have our Hublo Dome, which we are bringing back. We've had this for the last couple of years, but we're running a bunch of different immersive drone shows while you're there. So you can see all the different planned films that'll be happening. So this will be in resort from July 10th to August 16th, but actually doing the projection dates July 12th to the 15th. So really cool experience for anybody that's there through the core months of the summer. it's just very unique. I don't think you're going to see this at a lot of all-inclusive resorts, so it's a really nice thing for them to be able to go and experience. This will all be housed downstairs in our meeting room as well, so really cool. We also have wellness and renewal. So Anne Marie DeVoe, who is a well-being coach, she'll be there running fitness and walking trips, stretching, yoga, sound baths, dance, all different kinds of things there for your customers to really immerse themselves in the activity and wellness that's going on while they're on property. We also have our connection and play. So playful activities. So that can be the hikes, that can be yoga out on the mountain, that can be participating in the sports that are on the sports court that we have just outside our main area. So a lot of really cool things happening there. Of course, our interactive geo-led moments. So our geos are great organizers who are our international staff living on property. They're there to participate in a whole bunch of different things, whether it's our great family activities, whether it is cocktail mixing, whatever. They're there for a whole bunch of different programs that your family and your friends can all partake in. The nice thing is there's kind of something for everyone. If you don't want to do a sound bath, that's not your thing, but cocktails are, well, you have options for both. And then, of course, our kids club program. So our petite club, mini club, and so on and so forth, our teens club, all the way up. So lots of great activities there. And I will say, when it comes to Club Med, our teens club is really cool because you actually see a lot of kids actually getting involved in it. Where most resorts I've been before, the teens club is normally an empty room with a video game system. We do have video games as well, but we've got foosball. They've got their own kind of cool little lounge area. They get to participate in the show. So it's really interesting seeing it all happen in person. So that's it for Charlevoix. Make sure you're checking that out. Those events will be happening all throughout the summer. So make sure all this info is also on Club Med Travel Agent, so you can see it all there. Susan will also be recording this, so you guys can go back and read any of the slides that I might have covered too quick for you, but we got a lot to cover here. So starting in the Caribbean with Beaches Playa Esmeralda, our first and only fully exclusive collection property that we have in the Caribbean. There we go. Reasons to go. Eco Hideaway. So we were first here on site. Obviously, this is kind of how we roll. We were the first in Cancun. We were the first in Punta Cana. We were the first in Beaches Playa Esmeralda, which means we got this beautiful Eco Hideaway, one of the best beaches in the entire area. We were there first, so we got first pick. So when you're here, it feels like a lush jungle. We left a lot of the green space around where some of our competitors may have knocked some stuff over. We wanted it to feel like it was a property that had this jungle grow around it, but we just left it there. So really, really beautiful spot. We have our own water filtration system here. You'll see the little water taps as you walk around your bottle fillers all throughout the resort. Luxury, immerse in serenity, 100%. If you're in our Zen Jungle section, if you're in our Archipelago section, it is complete serenity, quiet, nice, beautiful. It never feels too busy either, even when we're completely full, because this resort is so spread out. You always feel like you're not overcrowded. You're never going to be fighting for chairs at this property. You're never going to be fighting for lines in the buffet. That's just not how this property works. You're going to feel like you're in that nice, serene, lush jungle nestled on a gorgeous beach. Festive chic ambiance. We will have our club at live bands. We will have different presenters. Last year when we were here, there was actually a magician, which was really cool. He was at the sunset ritual, and a bunch of my agents kind of started talking to him, and he started making coins come out of people's body parts, which was weird, and making people feel like they were touched on the face without being touched on the face. Mentalist, magician, whatever you want to call him. He was also 6'7", so you could see him walking around this resort anywhere he was. But the bands are always really good. My favorite is the Queen impersonation band. So they do one of the pre-shows before the big shows every night, and they are so good. The best Dominican Queen band I think I've ever seen. And again, revitalizing with wellness, whether you're in our outdoor yoga palapa, our indoor yoga palapa, doing our aerial yoga, any of the other wellness activities, even just that sunset ritual, light music, rose cut mangoes, face painting, just sitting on the beach and relaxing, you're always going to feel that wellness side at this property. And of course, as I mentioned, one resort featuring 4 boutique villages. So Caribbean Paradise, this is your lead-in category. I will say that this lead-in category is massive. This is the room that I'm generally in when I'm here. As I mentioned before, there's built-in Bluetooth speakers as soon as you walk in, a large fridge stocked with all of your soft drinks that you need, massive bathroom. These rooms are large enough that I hosted on my first trip here. We had a mega fam. We had 25 agents. We hosted the agents all on my balcony for cocktails. That's how large the lead-in balcony is. So pretty massive. We then have our Emerald Jungle, which is our first adults only space on this property, right next to our Zen pool, lush in the middle of the jungle, really great colors, rich design, beautiful room layouts, similar to what you're going to find in Caribbean Paradise, but just a little more couple friendly. Explorer Cove is our most popular family section. So when you're in Explorer Cove, you're going to walk into what is normally a two-bedroom suite. So walking in, you'll have the kids' room right away, their own water closet, leading to the primary bathroom and then the primary suite for the adults, and then normally a balcony either looking out at the ocean or somewhere around the jungle area. But really, really nice rooms here, really well laid out. And then from there, the upgrade would be to La Perla. So again, similar styles, bright colors, beautiful rooms, but a little bit more space. So when you're checking into La Perla, again, you're going to have that two-bedroom suite, but the kids' room is going to be just a little bit bigger. And rather than just a water closet, they're going to have a full bath in their room, their own TVs, their own closets, all of that stuff. So their own space. So when the kids go to sleep at 10, mom and dad don't necessarily have to go to sleep at 10. We also have a courtyard in these suites. We have a living room in these suites. And then just past that, you'll find the primary bath, which is going to be a little bit larger, the primary bedroom, which will always lead out to an ocean view when you're staying in this section, as well as an outdoor shower, large patio space, table big enough for 6 people. And you also get access to the La Perla pool, which is a really nice space. And then one of my favorite room categories in all of Club Med, the Archipelago Suites, adults only sanctuary, private part of the beach, basically set up like townhouses, but every room has a massive living room, a massive primary suite, a massive bathroom, as well as a private outdoor shower. And then when you go out either the living room doors or the primary bedroom doors, you're going to walk out to this beautiful pool, this beautiful hammock, all there just for you. Really, really nice rooms. Honestly, gorgeous. That I don't know if there's nicer rooms in the Caribbean than this. So the Archipelago space is really, really gorgeous as well. So here we have multiple pools. Our main pool, yes, it looks like just kind of a small narrow pool that opens out to a much larger oasis pool to the side. So there's some steps up from the lap pool that go right into the main pool. We have our splash park and our kids club. We have the La Perla pool, as I mentioned before. The really cute thing of the La Perla pool is the little baby seats that are completely covered with a little cup holder for them to put their bottle in. But really, really sweet here, also right on the beach. And then, of course, we have our Zen Oasis pool, the only swim up bar that we have in all of Club Med. And on the back end of it, we have a beautiful smoothie bar, which is one of my favorite stops all throughout the week. I'm constantly running over there to get a mango peach smoothie, and they're using fresh fruit right there. They have a whole list of smoothies you can get, but really, really good. We also have our 4 restaurants. So our main in Kyuko, our beach lounge, Coco Plum, our specialty, Colon Copper, and then our family restaurant, Coco and Co. So at Coco and Co, we have our hidden chocolate room, which is there once or twice a week, depending on what's happening that week. So you'll see chocolate fountains in there, donuts, candy, all the stuff that's in there for them. So just a little specialty thing. So most nights of the week, you won't even be able to see that it's there. And then one night of the week, it's just a secret door. It's like a little speakeasy for candy for children. So it really, really cool there. Coco Plum and Kyuko also really cool. Kyuko, the nice thing there is we have our adults only dining room. So even though it's a buffet, you can grab your food and walk into the adults only space. You're not going to hear any kids screaming or anything like that. But a beautiful space there. And then Coco Plum on the beach, great a la carte, great for lunch, great for dinner, late breakfast. And then we also do some beach barbecues here throughout the week as well. Normally like a Mediterranean mix, but really, really good. So as I mentioned, 4 bars, 3 wine cellars, 1 coffee house. So the first coffee shop that we did in a Club Med is also here, basically a Starbucks on site, which is great. All the other bars that you can kind of see here, the little Perla bar, the main bar, El Limon bar, Coco Plum bar. So lots of options there as well. La Cava, great place to hang out. We do poker in there at night. You can smoke cigars in there, buy cigars, cool space. And then sports galore. So if you are an active family, if you like tennis, pickleball, fitness, kayaking, paddleboarding, kite surfing, one of the only places we do kite surfing, our circus school is here, which is a really great, huge outdoor space. Team sports like volleyball, horseback riding, archery, and snorkeling. Lots of stuff for your family to do every day. Okay, while we're on the topic of Dominican Republic, we've been kind of telling everybody for years how great Meeches is, how much we love it, all of that stuff. We've always had Punta Cana. Punta Cana is one of our flagship properties. It is our largest property in the world, and it is basically completely brand new as of November 2025. So we did our full reopening in November. We don't have a room category here older than 2023 all of a sudden, which is great. Makes this resort feel new and nice. And honestly, that first time I ran that FAM back in 2023, I went into Punta Cana, we did a site inspection, and it wasn't my favorite property. And I've always been honest about that. The walk-in wasn't the greeting we wanted people to have for new people coming into Club Med. If you'd been there before, it was great, you got it. You knew the geo experience, you knew the food, all of that stuff. But now walking in, seeing the new lobby, seeing the new bars, seeing all the new rooms, this is one of my favorite properties we have now. Actually going to be going here with my family in the fall. Absolutely love it, and you're going to see why right now. So, reasons to go. World's finest beach. I think we've heard that from Punta Cana for a very, very long time. The great thing about our beach is we are not on the main Bavaro drag. We are directly across from the airport. So we have a really nice, quiet stretch of beach. You're not going to have all the vendors kind of running up and trying to sell you stuff, or the drunk guy from the resort, three resorts down, puking on your lawn chair. That doesn't happen here. You're in Club Med space. It's just our guests, and that's all you'll see there. Oceanfront gourmet dining, two different options for this. We have Indigo as well as Espanola. So some really great dining options. Ultimate family destination. Definitely our kids club is amazing here. Tiara, which is our exclusive collection space, is beautiful. And then of course our adult Zen zone. So the adult Zen area was built in 2022, 2023. So brand new rooms there, really well laid out, massive shower room with a bathtub inside of it. Um, Really great modern space, and then that pool is perfect. It's got a little, to-go spot so you can grab some salads and sandwiches and all that stuff. The bar is great there, and it's just a nice, quiet, cool area to hang out. Some of the best pictures I think I've ever taken at Club Med are from that pool. So really cool space there. Of course, our accommodations, Superior, which are now completely renovated. These were some of our rooms that were damaged during the fires and smoked out, but fully renovated now. The family Superiors are amazing. This is what I stayed in last time I was there. Again, a separate space from your kids. They're not going to get their own TV here, but they'll still have their own closets, their own two twin beds that are in there, just giving you that separation. So when their lights go out, your lights don't have to go out. You can still sit on the balcony, hang out in your room, have a drink. If they're wanting to go to bed because they're tired from everything they've been doing all day, you have that option. And of course, our new deluxe rooms, which one of our showcases, kind of they were describing them to us as the new pearl of this resort. Really, really beautiful. Again, because they're deluxe, you're going to get some snacks in here and some little extra features, but really well laid out. Love all the shaping that they've done around all the pathways and stuff. Beautiful rooms here. Exclusive collection. That is our Tiara space. So again, really large rooms here, two bedrooms. Tiara was built for families, and it's beachfront right next to Espanola, really close to the water park. So if you have a family that's a little higher end, this is a perfect space for them. Give them that exclusive collection lounge, giving them that champagne starting at 6 o'clock, the exclusive collection parties that they host there, really cool stuff. And these rooms are gorgeous. And then the Zen Oasis. So I mentioned this on the last slide. Zen Oasis, really, really modern rooms. This picture doesn't really do it justice. It's fully open to the shower room and the bathtub, and all of that stuff is all right there. Two massive mirrors, makeup stations for wife, kids, whatever, whoever's in there. Not kids, it's adults only. And then these are all built circled around the Zen pool. So really nice space there. Multiple pools, as I mentioned. So the Zen pool you can see right there, our main swimming pool, the new water park. Those slides are deadly. The family hosted in November. We were racing quite a few of them. That last dark green one, you can skid across the water pretty well. So that's always fun. Our Club Med spa pool, and then of course our family pool. Three restaurants. El Mundo, this is our first ever supper club. So we've never had anything like this before, and we're going to show you some more pictures as we go through here, but really, really unique experience, amazing food. One of my favorites. Espanola, one of the roughest parts of our beach, we built this beautiful overwater restaurant. So my favorite place to go grab breakfast, I'm always kind of out front, sitting on the patio, watching the water kind of come and crash in. But great spot. big marché, looks like a food court. They did a really good job in here. And then Indigo, it doesn't mention this, but we have added to it a little bit. So it's a little bit bigger since the fire. We added some extra seating. This is open for late breakfast, for late lunch. It's also open for dinner. This is one of the restaurants I rave about the most because I know a lot of people are apprehensive when it comes to Dominican because they're worried about the food. When it comes to Club Med, we bring in a lot of our food, especially when it's the proteins. So whether it's steak or chicken or pork, it's going to be brought in. So you're not getting the local normal steak offering, which honestly, we can all just say it's sometimes kind of like a slimy piece of roast beef. When you order a steak at Indigo, there's 5 options on the dinner menu, all included, from picanha all the way to a rib steak, and then it's going to come an inch and a half thick, cooked to temperature, the way you would get it if you ordered it at the Keg or if you ordered it at a steakhouse close to you. That's how we want it to be. That's how we want you to experience it. We don't want you to get your food and have to guess what it actually was. So Indigo, one of my favorite restaurants. I always host our big dinners here when we do the fams, but great spot. 4 bars. So we have the new Joya bar. There'll be some more images of that. This picture doesn't do it justice. It's huge. The Hibiscus Bar and Lounge, the Indigo Beach Bar, the Tiara Exclusive Collection Bar, which is awesome. Beautiful glass railings that they've added up around here. Totally private. Really, really cool spot. And that infinity pool is awesome. And then, of course, a La Cava, which we just renovated. So again, our more upscale wines and champagnes you can grab right there. Sports galore. Again, all the same things that we had at Meaches, and then some. When it comes to our circus here, this is the biggest circus school that we have in all of our resorts. It's massive. It's right at the very front. It makes for a lot of people viewing while you're doing it. But we saw a lot of kids here every single day. All the sessions they could get in, they were part of it. But really cool there. So now we've just recently opened our new water park, which we talked about, those slides. We also have the bubble pool here, and then the water games section, which is more for your toddlers. When it comes to the water slides, it's basically depending on how tall your child is, I would say anywhere between 5 and 6 to whatever age. The agents I had on it were definitely above 18. But really, really fun spot there. We also have a food truck here and a drink station. It's kind of on a secluded part of the resort towards the back. So it gets its own space. It can get a little loud there. So we wanted to make sure it wasn't distracting anyone else. But really, really cool spot. Great water park. Absolutely love it. So the 5 major 2025 renovations that we did, the Costa del Coco new deluxe rooms, the Buena Vista Lounge and reception area, Joya Bar, coffee shop, and the El Mundo Food Club. I'm just going to flip through some pictures to show you a little bit of what I mean when you see the new style of this resort. So this is your arrival, walking into the resort, much grander, high ceilings, beautiful wood exposed everywhere. You can see the little shed over here in the side. You can go book your excursions and stuff in there. Reception just off to the right, but an expansive, large entryway that makes it feel a lot more grand than what we used to have here. You can see our reception area right here. And then going into our deluxe rooms, absolutely beautiful lounge areas in here. So it's a much bigger space, lots of room for you to hang out throughout the weekend. You've had a little too much sun, you want to be indoors for a little bit. Restaurants, obviously our air-conditioned dining room. Restaurants on the terrace. So you can see here, this is what the new style is with our supper club. So we have a bunch of different options here. We've got French cuisine, we've got Smokies, we've got Cayo, we've got Chula, Sole, all different kinds of stuff here. And then, of course, we have our gelato outside in the courtyard area, right in this area. So really, really great food. Individual plates at all these things. So you're going to find an individual meal, appetizer, main, and dessert at all of these stations. So really cool that the way they've done it. The smokehouse outside, that's the only place I really ever see a line. They always have like brisket burgers and all this other crazy stuff. Some really good stuff in there. And then, of course, our new main bar. So this is the Joya bar that I was talking about. What you can't see here is there's actually a new stage that they've built directly in front of this that comes up from the ground when we're doing crazy signs at night. So you would never know it's there until all of a sudden 5 of the geos just get suspended up in air while they're doing crazy signs. It is massive. The ceilings in here have to be at least 30 feet. They're absolutely huge. And this backs onto the main pool. So really great area there. just showing you what some of the seating area looks like. So we kept the colorful pop. It is the Caribbean. We want it to be bright, but it's bright with nice, mature, muted wood tones. The coffee shop is also right there, which looks like this. So basically, our Starbucks on resort. So you can go in here, get any of your custom drinks that you want. We have a menu, but they will basically make whatever you need. On top of that, we have donuts, sandwiches, croissants, breakfast sandwiches, all of that stuff in here. So a really cool spot for you to go chill out. I always grab an iced coffee here first thing in the morning after the gym, and I just kind of hang out. There's a really nice lounge area outside of that. Moving right along, the next project. So we see the most recent project that was completed. Now we're on to what is happening at Cancun currently. So Cancun has always been my family's getaway place. I've been to Mexico over 35 times now. I've been to Club Med Cancun 4 times. Absolutely love this property. This was one of my first family experiences with Club Med, and going here, you'll see why. There's a lot of great stuff here. So why go? Cancun's nature escape. So lots of cool things around the area, beautiful beaches. Honestly, I do think our main beach is one of the best beaches in all of Mexico because we're on a massive 500-foot break wall. We don't get as much seaweed as some of the other resorts do. Not to say we don't get any of the sargassum, that's impossible. We do definitely get some. And because we're on the seven where we're built, we have 3 different beaches. Some are more exposed than others, but an absolutely beautiful beach. We also have lots of really cool activities, cenotes and trips over to Cozumel and reefs and all that stuff really close by. So that's there. Aqua Marina's family oasis. So if you look at my background, it should look very similar to that picture. We just expanded the seating area here. We built a new water park very close to the Aqua Marina pool recently. So again, here you're never gonna struggle to get a seat. For us, I'm always up early in the morning, but by the time my wife and kids are up, we're probably grabbing breakfast at 10. We're getting over to the pool somewhere around 10:30, and we're always sitting front row right at the pool. No problem whatsoever. And there's also a beautiful beach right in front of it. Again, great bar, takeout, all that stuff, all right there. Cultural curation. So obviously the Mayan culture, there's tons of stuff to do there. Whether it's Chichen Itza or wherever, there's lots of cool areas that you can go check out. And then of course, underwater wonders, lots of cool stuff that you can see underwater just from snorkeling on the beach or from going out to those cenotes and seeing all of that stuff. There's lots of stuff that you can do in this area. Accommodations here. So the Superior renovated. This is what these rooms will be looking like come this fall. So as of September, October, we should be done with these renovations. So this is what it will be looking like. The Superior renovated, completely gutted in the washrooms, completely redesigning the interior space, more neutral pops of color. So we still like to stick with color. It is Mexico, so you're always going to see that. But really great rooms there. The new deluxe rooms, a little bit larger, a little more space. Again, snacks in the room that you wouldn't otherwise have. Exclusive collection space. This is Jade. You're going to get your 2-bedroom suites here, your regular suites here. Again, beach forward. You're always oceanfront on this part of the area when you're in the exclusive collection. Great pool, great extra parties, great added bar because of the exclusive collection options. And then, of course, our family oasis. This is where I normally am. We have our superior and deluxe rooms here, both very similar. Again, anytime you have 2 kids, you're going to be going into a 2-bedroom. That is going to be the lead-in for you, whether it's the superior or the family oasis deluxe. The only real difference between the deluxe and the superior, the kids are going to have their own full bath in the deluxe, and the balcony gets a little bit bigger. Other than that, they're very similar, but both great rooms, both ocean view. So either walkout ocean view or balcony ocean view right next to the Aqua Marina pool, and now right next to the new kids club, the new water park, and all that stuff as well. So great space here. So multiple pools, which we just talked about, our family pool, family oasis, our main swimming area. So this is what's coming in the end of 2026. This has always been my pain point at Cancun. I love this resort. I love the food. I love the beach. And that main pool has been there since the 70s and it is gone. It is officially gone. It is ripped out. And this is what it's going to look like on the end of this year. So by the fall this year, this pool should be completed. Brand new area. Luna Bar is now gone as well. So much more open space, great area to kind of lounge, have drinks, hang out without looking at that pool that was quite ugly. So this matches the beach a lot more than The old one did. And then, of course, we have our new water park, the splash park and water park. So again, some great slides here. My kids are 9 and almost 12, and they love this water park. So it's not just for young kids, the bigger kids like it too. And if you ever look at my Instagram, you'll see me going down several of the slides as well. Four amazing restaurants. So we have Hacienda, which is our main, Estancia, which is our specialty steakhouse, Taco Arte, which during the day is a buffet for breakfast and for lunch, and then it is a set menu restaurant at night, and then the Creperie, which is our pool restaurant. So we also do crepes at all of the main pools. So whether you're at the main pool in the main section, we're doing crepes over there. If you're at the kids' pool, we're doing them over there as well. Five bars. So we have Saluna, our beach and pool bar, which is brand new, the Marina bar, Taco Arte bar, the Las Vegas pool bar, and the Bodega bar. And again, sports for everyone. Lots of cool sports here. We have a full sports island here. So if you're really into circus, archery, mini golf, basketball, uh, all that kind of stuff, it's all there on the sports island. The only sport that we keep separate from that, other than the water sports, is our pickleball. So pickleball is over by the water park. The sounds of the water park kind of drowned out the sounds of the pickleball, which is nice. But we have 10 pickleball courts here, definitely our largest offering. And yeah, really, really great. We do a lot of pickleball groups in this space. So our sports and wellness island that I just kind of talked about, you can see all of that stuff right there. Our mini soccer and basketball. So this is just added when we did the renovation in 2025, end of 24, beginning of 25. So we kind of redid the whole path over there, cleaned everything up, added some extra sand, added this sports court, which was like a multi-court. And then, of course, our circus school. This is where my daughter completed the catch the first time. Very impressive. I won't even climb the ladder, but she did a great job. So very impressed with her. The mini golf is also super fun. And every time I do archery, I just think of that, Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest song. And I just, I get into it. I love it. I love the archery. On Marbella, I actually hit a tennis ball on a string. Not trying to brag, but I feel like people should know about that achievement I have in my life. Our yoga palapa. So we have two of these. We have one in the main section of the resort, right on the lagoon, and then this is on the back side of the resort. Really cool spot there as well. You can see what that looks like. And then, of course, our pickleball courts, which we touched on. And again, another shot at the Family Oasis and Kids Club upgraded and new experience pools. So there's what the pools look like. Here's what the new Kids Club looks like. So really well done. Kids absolutely love it. This Kids Club is always, always, always packed. And again, from here we have from baby and petite all the way up to Teens Club. So keep that in mind. New water park playground. So again, you can see all that stuff there. The playground is really, really cool. Right outside Family Oasis, right beside the kids club. Um, Always really busy. Lots of kids running around and playing in there. But just a nice new way. Like this resort was built in the 70s and it just doesn't feel like that anymore. So we want to make sure that people are very aware of that. And then El Templo, one more shot of the water slides because why not? And then of course the Cenote Splash Park. There's the playground and all the rest of the new kids stuff here. This is where our baby room is. And then our petite room for toddlers. So under 4, they'll be in this space. This is, of course, at an added cost. Remember, Kids Club is always free. Baby and petite always at an added cost. And you can book advance. It is fully commissionable for you guys as well. And then there's the mini club right there. And lastly, we're going to get on to Buccaneers Creek. So for those of you who don't know about Martinique, this resort got a massive renovation a few years back. And we are continuing that renovation this year. So this has been an ongoing project for us for a little while. We redid all of the existing rooms, redid all the bathrooms, all of the living spaces, all of that stuff, just to kind of bring it back up to the standard we wanted it to be at. And you can see the reasons to go: dazzling turquoise bay. The beach in Martinique might be the most underrated beach I've ever seen because I hear people talk about Turks, I hear people talk about Cancun and Punta. This beach is unbelievable. When we were here last, it was for a sales conference, and we had to walk the beach every day to get to our meeting rooms. And it is absolutely gorgeous there. Our pier is amazing here. The water is so calm, and we get to do some extra water sports because of that. So you can see riding the waves. We have wakeboarding and water skiing included here. One of the only resorts in the world where we do have that fully included because of the calm water that's there. Obviously, vibrant Martinique. It is the true French Caribbean, really, really unique spirit of this island. We did some tours while we were there. We went to one of the rum distilleries. The people are just super friendly. Vincent, who is one of our VPs at the Montreal office, he lived here for a few years and he brought us out to one of his favorite restaurants, which was like a tin roof place, and it was absolutely amazing. And also, fun fact, Martinique drinks more wine per capita than any other part of France. So this tiny little island is drinking the highest percentage of champagne out of anywhere in all the French provinces in actual France itself. And of course, the island living. Uh, Easy here to be very cool, very calm. We do allow kids here, but there is no kids club currently, so it's pretty relaxed most of the time, pretty quiet. But then at night, we definitely get going with the rum road, with some of our crazy signs, with some of our party things that we have. One of my favorite nights, I think, at Club Med in history was the final night we were there, where they had the bright black and color party. It was basically like a rave on the beach. It was really, really fun. So 2026, here's what we are adding. Some new renovations, the new Zen Oasis, which we're super excited about. So this is going to be brand new. We're going to shut down this summer for hurricane season like we always do. And when we open up, you're going to have this beautiful brand new Zen Oasis. So adults only section, brand new pool. Again, there's that underrated beach right there in front of you, completely, you can see it perfectly, which is awesome. Lots of different shades of blue, and it is white sand. You can also see, they call them the Martinican pitons. So similar to what you see in St. Lucia, these two beautiful mountains, those are always in the sunset on that side of the beach. So really, really cool there. Our other current accommodations, so our superiors, so again, these were all just recently renovated as of 2024. So you can see what they look like now. Beautiful rooms, bright colors, but still keeping it very French Caribbean. We wanted that vibe to be in there. And then the Zen Suites and the new Zen Deluxe. So we're really excited about those. Multiple pools. So you can see our current outdoor pool. This is just by the main restaurant, right outside the main lobby, right in front of our half heart giant dock thing. Kind of looks like the Maui hook, but that's where all of our water sports are. That's right beside this. And then the Zen pool, which will be on the opposite side of the resort, a lot more quiet, a little bit more hidden away, and very French Caribbean vibes. So we have two restaurants here, two bars, and one wine cellar. So Playa which is our main restaurant, completely redecorated. Really, really good job in there. The Low Beach Lounge, which also kind of works as our gourmet lounge. And then for the bars, we have the Mado, the Low Beach Lounge, and La Cava is our wine cellar here. Again, when it comes to sports, we don't do pickleball in Guadeloupe or in Martinique, so keep that in mind. We do paddle, so the more European version, definitely a little bit harder, but a very fun sport to learn while you're there. Great fitness classes, kayaking, paddleboarding, training. The gym here is great. It's actually huge right in the middle of the resort. I use it every time I'm there. Really good snorkeling, great diving. Of course, our beach volleyball. This beach runs the full length of this resort, so there's lots of opportunity for beach sports, and then our water skiing and wakeboarding, and of course our wing foil and windsurf. So really cool stuff that we have here. Now, that's it for resorts for today. That's all we're going to cover because honestly, we're running out of time. But we're going to talk about Club Med travel advisors. So for those promotions we talked about in the beginning of this presentation, whether it was the Air Canada one or double points or any of that stuff, you have to be booking on Club Med travel advisors to qualify for this. So yes, we are on South Voyage, we're in Sarev, and we're trying to make that better every single day. But currently, what we believe is the best way to book Club Med is through Club Med Travel Advisor Portal. So you can see the login right there, same login details, same credentials. You can price out multiple things at once, a whole bunch of options. You also have your agent toolbox here, all of our marketing material, everything that we're doing is always on here. So it's your best place to find everything Club Med. And you can book anything from North America to Japan to the Maldives, Thailand, whatever, South Africa. You can find all this stuff on here, a wealth of knowledge. So again, there's your login, and then of course your same login details as before. All of this stuff is what's on there. So again, current marketing, or sorry, current offers, marketing tools, booking engines, your learn more. earning rewards, tracking your clients' rewards, because obviously every time they book with us, they get their great member points. You also get your great agent points. So we want to make sure that you're tracking your points when you're doing that. We also have new Club Med University programs up there. So we have four different ones that are there now. We just added a new one recently. You do get points for completing this, so make sure you do these as well. Those points can be used and redeemed for free nights. So make sure you are doing that. Again, Club Med University shows you everything right here. Earn 3,000 points for every one of these things that you do. So make sure you're doing that, and it just keeps you up to date. I went as in depth as I could today, but when you've got a little more time, you want to learn a little bit more. We're also going to work on getting a new ski one up there very shortly, as well as Europe and international zone presentation on there very soon. Oh my God, no videos to take a break. That is it. Whew.
That was
I mean,
great, Tyler.
yeah.
I loved it. I love to see the new stuff happening in Punta Cana and everything. Wow, you guys keep evolving and moving, and I love it. I got some questions before we go, if you're okay with that. I don't, but our spoiled agents do.
I mean, it was 101 slides, but I guess I can answer some questions.
Wow, you did great. There even Eileen said, "Well done, Tyler." Okay, so our friend Sheila on Facebook said, Tyler, is there a height restriction for the water slides?
There is. I don't know it offhand. It does say, so if you go on Club Med Travel Agent Portal, you can always get our fact sheets for our resorts, and they will actually list the height requirement for both Punta Cana and Cancun water slides.
There you go, Sheila. Okay, so someone's asking, any plans for renovating Turks?
We get that question a lot. So yes, there is. The short answer is yes. The long answer is not right away.
Okay,
For those who don't know, Turks is a land lease, so we are not the full owners of that property. We are hoping to do some renovations there in the near future, and as soon as we know about them, we will let you know. The other problem is Turks sits generally at a 90% occupancy all year round with a 90 something percent return rate. So it is a hard one to renovate. It's hard to kick people out of there to actually make sure that we're keeping it updated. But as soon as we know, we will let you know.
okay, so Jennifer is live on location in Club Med Punta Cana right now.
Perfect.
She just said, for Sheila on Facebook, I'm here right now. Punta Cana, it's 1.10 meters for the water slide.
There you go.
Wow.
That's better than AI.
Wow. Amazing. I love it. Way to go, Jennifer. Thanks for helping today. Okay, so someone's asking, does Club Med still have their property in Ixtapa? Anything in the West Coast or plans for the West Coast?
So currently, nothing in the West Coast. So we sold and closed Ixtapa last year, last October, November. Um, we are definitely always looking. Listen, the reality is currently we are just under 70 resorts worldwide, and we're going to be 100 by 2035. So there is massive expansion happening. We can't discuss everything that's happening. Obviously, I mentioned Tremblant that's coming. Uh, we wouldn't have opened Tremblant without the success of Charlevoix, and because of that success of Charlevoix, wouldn't be surprised to see something in West Coast Canada or US coming soon, as well as stuff in West Coast Mexico, Costa Rica. We're looking all over the place. So nothing is out of the question.
Great.
But if you want to get really West Coast, you can go to Japan, you can go to Thailand, you can go to Bali, Indonesia, all that
That's
stuff,
great.
all right there for you. And we just announced Koh Samui on our new TV show. We do have our new TV show Dream Makers on Prime and now on YouTube. They just, it's basically a showcase of how Club Med is in the everyday daily. So how we hire our chiefs of village, how the chiefs of village live every day, and it walks through the new South Africa property that's opening next month, as well as Oman and a little bit on Tromla. So a lot of cool stuff happening.
Okay, great. Okay, let's see here. I see some new eyes on Facebook, just joining us. If you're
Mhm.
just joining us, I see like Terry has added his email. Please make sure you add your email in the comments if you're just joining us and you haven't added your email only for Facebook. We have you here on Zoom. Okay, Kaylee's asking on Zoom, do the superior or deluxe rooms in Charlevoix sleep five?
The deluxe rooms do sleep five. So in the deluxe rooms, you have the master bedroom, and then in the kids' room, it is two twin beds as well as a sleeper sofa.
Okay. My friend Debbie on Zoom said, "Do you have any social media pieces I can post to promote Charlevoix?"
Yes, constantly. So if you're not already on our Facebook group, which is Club Med with Tyler and Natasha, make sure you're on there. We're also putting, so that a lot of this presentation that I had today in the beginning, we are putting a whole bunch of stuff out there. So you can pull from our fact sheet, pull from all the images on the Club Med Travel Agent portal. So lots of stuff for Charlotte.
Great. And I love Charlevoix. There's so much to do. Like it's for everyone. I mean, I know I talk
Food's
about it every
great.
time, but I really love it. I love Club Med too. Okay, hello. I see some new eyes. My buddy's on Facebook as well. Okay, so Lynn is asking on Zoom, does Charlevoix have free golf in the summer like it would have free ski in the winter?
I wish. No, we don't. We don't have a golf course immediately on the mountain around us. So the closest one is at Mount Saint Anne, which is about 20 minutes away. I do always recommend to people if you are going to Charlevoix in the summer, you can do our transfer, which is great, gets you right there. But there's so many cool things in the area, whether it's Bay St. Paul or Mount Saint Anne or Malbay, that are all very close driving proximity. I would recommend either renting a car for flying in or if you're from Ontario, do the drive up there. I did it with my kids. If I can do it with them, you can do it. Definitely.
We drove too. It was,
Yeah.
we left early. It was great. It was amazing going through the mountains. What a beautiful ride. I loved it.
Yeah.
Catherine on Zoom is asking, I switched agencies last year. When I attempted to log in to the Club Med University access code, how can I get the code now?
So depending on what agency you're at, you can email your BDM. So whether that's me or Andre or Natasha or whoever, we can get you your CMU code and your CMU password. You can also email inside sales at clubmed.com and they will be able to help you out there as well. So reach out to one of us, depending on where you are, you fall under us. And then I know Spoiled Agent has updated our page so you can see who's who. But if you fall under our category, then email us and we'll get that information to you.
Okay, Catherine? No worries. She's with Tant.
Oh, Natasha. There you go.
Okay.
Easy.
Robin's asking, is there a membership fee still?
Yes. So when it comes to the membership fee, it is once annually if you're traveling. And if you're traveling more than once, so for us, a lot of people are doing the French Alps with us in the winter, and then they're doing the Caribbean or South Africa or wherever. You only pay once a year. It's $60. It's already built in. So when you're looking at pricing, there's no like shock at the end where it's okay, it was $2,000, now it's 2060. It's already built in the same way a lot of our friends do at our other tour operator partners. But yes, that fee is still there. So do keep that in mind. It does include medical insurance as well as some other things, gets their
Right.
great member points going, gets them free upgrades and stuff. The more they travel, the more they book to their travel agent, the more they get.
That's great. It's amazing. Okay, perfect. I see some of our Facebook friends, like Erin, has added her email. So again, in order to qualify for Tyler's prize, do you want to tell us what it is, Tyler?
Yeah, sure. So it's 84,000 points, which is enough for two people for 2 weeks at the majority of our club members. I say the majority because there is some caveats. Exclusive collection is a little bit higher, but if you're going to Cancun, Punta Cana, Marbella in Spain, wherever, South Africa, if you're just doing a regular room, 84,000 points will cover you.
Wow, that's great. So it's 1 week for two people, correct?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. You guys are super generous. Here at Spoiled Agent, we love working with you guys. We love your brand, as you know. Don't forget they're part of Travel Advisor Month here at Spoiled Agent as well. It's not day, it's a month. And Tyler's giving away a trip today. They're giving away a trip on our Travel Advisor Month. I mean, it keeps going. So you guys are fantastic. And we love that we keep learning and we love that we have the inside updates with you guys. And Tyler and Natasha and Jacinda, the whole group, you guys are amazing ambassadors for your brand. And we love it. And we love that our spoiled agents all across Canada joined us, whether it was over their coffee or lunch, right, Tyler?
I it is 1:35 and I can still see 75 people on here. So that's crazy that you guys stuck around that long. So I really appreciate it. And we love that you guys are staying updated. And again, if you ever feel like you need to know more, reach out to your BDMs. We'll come in, we'll do a training. And of course, Spoiled Agent has us at least once a quarter. So we will be popping on with them to educate you on everything new at Club Med.
And I also want to say hello to our friends on YouTube as well as LinkedIn and Facebook.
A lot of people.
Amazing. You got lots of eyes today. Thank you for everything, Tyler, Natasha, Jacinda, the whole crew. Thanks again and have a great day, everybody.